Hello everybody and welcome to the video notes for SBAC review day 3. And in this video we are going to do problems 27, 29, and 31. In Alaska, the temperature was negative 27.4 degrees Fahrenheit. In Montana, the temperature was negative 22.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Write an inequality that compares these two temperatures using a less than sign or a greater than sign. So anytime you're asked to write an inequality, always think using less than or greater than. So I can start by writing out my two numbers. Negative 27.4, and then I also have negative 22.5. And I want to think to myself, which of these numbers is more negative? Well, negative 27.4 is further to the left on the number line, so negative 27.4 is less, right? If I put these on a number line, 0 would be over here, negative 22.5 would be there, and negative 27.5 would be over here. So it's further to the left, and therefore less. Because the more you go left, the less that is. The further you are to the right, that's the greater it is. So that means that negative 27.4 is less than negative 22.5 because it's more negative. Or you can think of it as negative 22.5 is greater than negative 27.4 because it's further to the right. Another way that you could have written this is negative 22.5 is greater than negative 27.4. Both of these are correct answers. Let's take a look at number 29. Based on the number line below, select all the statements that are true. If the statement is false, then explain why. Okay, remember, the more to the left you are on the number line, right, the more to the left you are, the less you are. The more to the right you are on the number line, the greater you are. Okay, so C less than E. Well, C is over here, E is over here. If C is less than E, C should be to the left of E. Is that true? Yes, it is. A is greater than B. A is over here, B is over here. If A is greater than B, A should be to the right of B. But A is to the left of B, which means this is false because A is actually less than B, because it's to the left of B. C is less than B. C is over here, B is over here. C is to the right of B, which means that C is actually greater than B. So this is not true. F is greater than D. F is right here. D is over here. F is to the right of D, which means that F is greater than D, so that one's true. Last one, and you are almost done with today's work. I know it's a lot of problems. Plot and label each of the points on the number line below. Okay, the first point, point A, is negative 2.5. So let's do that one first. So I find negative 2, okay, and negative 2.5 is between negative 2 and 3. I'm going to count how many little spaces are there in between negative 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 spaces in between negative 2 and 3, which means each space represents 1/10. And here I have negative 2 and 5/10. So I count out negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. There's the fifth one. So right there is negative 2.5 or point A. Next one, B. Okay, so we see these two lines and then a negative 2. Anytime you see lines around a number, like this, or negative 4, I want you to think that's absolute value. The absolute value is always positive. Absolute value is the positive Positive version of a number. So the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. The absolute value of 4 is also 4. It's the positive version of whatever number is inside those vertical lines. So the absolute value of negative 2 is 2. So point B, I just find wherever 2 is. Right here, that's point B, because that's where 2 is. C is negative 1.2. So remember that negative means the opposite. So negative 1.2 is the opposite of positive 1.2. And then the opposite of that, by adding another negative, is just 1.2. Positive 1.2. So two negatives make a positive. Negative negative is a positive. So that means 1.2, here's 1, I count out 2/10, 1/10, 2/10. Here is 1.2, or point C.
Thank you so much for playing my game.